Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Vox Fidei brings you into the inner life of the Word made flesh. Father Chris guides us in the lives of the saints in Saintly series.
Welcome in Saintly series. Today, 21st of September, we celebrate St. Matthew the Apostle and Evangelist. St. Matthew was a tax collector working for the Roman government before he was called by Jesus as his apostle. Follow me. With this simple call, Matthew became a disciple, a true disciple of Christ Jesus, an instrument of the gospel. In the Gospel of St. Mark, he is referred to as Levi, the son of Alphaeus. Therefore, the name Matthew was probably given to him by Jesus Christ, as it means Yahweh's gifts. The scribes criticized Jesus for eating with tax collectors and sinners. But Jesus answered that he came not to call the righteous, but sinners. Compare Mark's Gospel chapter 2 verse 5 down to 17. This took place at the dinner offered by Matthew after he had responded to the call, a gesture that also means restitution. Not much is known of Matthew aside the New Testament, but like most of the apostles, legend fills the missing gap. History notes his ministry in Judea, after which he was said to have traveled to the east, Parthia, Persia, Ethiopia. The Gospel of Matthew is attributed to him, written around 85 AD, 15 years after Mark's Gospel. It is an account which he is said to have written in Aramaic and later was translated to Greek. It was written with the hope of convincing the world that Jesus is the Messiah and that his kingdom has been fulfilled right now in a spiritual way. This was an important message for Matthew and is still an important message at a time when almost everyone was expecting the return of a militant Messiah. It is an important message also for us, especially as we also experience dreadful events, dreadful moments in this 21st century. Matthew was one of the 12 disciples who was privileged to witness most of Jesus' great works and great moments, like the ascension of Jesus. He preached the gospel to the Jewish people as well as to the people of other nations. The symbol of Matthew's gospel is a man with wings, as this depicts the concept of Matthew's writing, the incarnation of Jesus Christ, truly God and truly man. Through his gospel, it is clear that money was not the most important thing to him, but believing and living as a follower of Christ. He was martyred during the persecution of Christians around 42 AD. From Matthew, we see that it takes courage to live off our past ways of life. As a tax collector, it just wasn't easy. As Christians, we're also encouraged not to resist God's call to serve him for whatever reason. Matthew, as a tax collector, abandoned his work and followed Christ to preach the gospel. We are called to detachment from material things, that we may clearly hear God's call and follow the path that he traces for us. The date of canonization is pre-congregation. Matthew is the patron saint of bankers, of tax officers, of tax collectors, of accountants. The color of the day is red. What we offer the saints is veneration. Peace be with you. I am Father Chris, Vox Fidei.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Vox Fidei, God is in charge.